We finally know why they took Gunsmoke off the air, and it's bad. For 20 years, Gunsmoke ruled television. It wasn't just a hit, it was untouchable. Millions watched, ratings stayed strong, and the cast fully expected another season. Then, almost overnight, it was gone. No finale, no warning, and no goodbye. So, what really happened behind closed doors? Why would a network quietly erase its most reliable show? Today at Prestige Buzz, we're diving into the rise, the hidden tensions, and the cold-blooded corporate betrayal that killed Dodge City. When Gunsmoke premiered on CBS television in 1955, it broke the mold. Unlike the kiddie westerns of the era, Gunsmoke was bleak, thoughtful, and serious. It treated violence as consequential and trusted its audience to sit with moral complexity. At the heart of it all was James Arness as Marshal Matt Dillon. Standing 6 feet 7 inches, Arness brought an emotional restraint and physical authority that anchored the show for its entire 20-year run. Alongside him were icons like Milburn Stone as the steady Doc Adams, Amanda Blake as the business-savvy Miss Kitty, and Dennis Weaver as the loyal Chester Good. By the late 1950s, the show was dominant, ranking as the #1 program in America for 4 straight years. Even as it expanded from 30 minutes to a full hour, its consistency was legendary, a record 635 episodes that held the crown for scripted drama until The Simpsons eventually took it. While things looked stable on screen, the pressure of a 2-decade run created cracks behind the scenes. Success, when sustained for too long, creates its own kind of prison. Dennis Weaver was the first to feel the walls closing in. Despite his chemistry with Arness, Weaver grew restless playing the limping sidekick. He wanted growth that the show's rigid structure couldn't provide. In 1964, he gambled on himself and left, eventually finding massive success in McCloud. Burt Reynolds followed a similar path. Joining as the blacksmith Quint Asper, Reynolds quickly realized that in Dodge City, Matt Dillon was the only son everyone else orbited. He left in 1965 to become a Hollywood superstar, proving that sometimes, you have to leave the best show on TV to find your own greatness. Even the regulars who stayed faced grueling battles. Amanda Blake dealt with mounting health issues and creative frustrations before departing in 1974. James Arness himself battled lifelong pain from a World War II combat injury, a struggle he kept private while filming demanding action scenes for 20 years. By 1975, Gunsmoke was still a top-rated show. So why was it cancelled? The answer had nothing to do with quality and everything to do with a cold-blooded shift in network philosophy. In the early 70s, CBS began what historians call the rural purge. Network executives decided that rural or historical shows, even the hit ones, were old-fashioned. They didn't just want viewers, they wanted young, urban viewers with disposable income. They wanted edgy, topical shows like All in the Family. To the suits in New York, Gunsmoke was an expensive relic. To kill it, they used a classic corporate tactic. The time slot shift, they moved the show to a new night, disrupting 20 years of audience habits. The ratings dip, when viewership predictably wobbled due to the move, they used it as proof the show was dying. The most shocking part of the story isn't that the show ended, it's how it ended. There was no final episode. There was no tribute to the 20 years of service the cast had given. James Arness and the crew were blindsided. They found out about the cancellation through the trades and newspapers, just like the fans. After 635 episodes, the network didn't even give them a chance to say goodbye to the millions of people who had grown up in Dodge City. For the cast, the aftermath was bittersweet. Arness retreated further into his private life, especially after the tragic loss of his daughter the same year the show ended. Milburn Stone retired, and Amanda Blake devoted her life to animal welfare. They remained icons, but the sting of the betrayal lingered for years. Gunsmoke didn't fail. It was erased to make room for a modern brand. It remains a cautionary tale of how quickly loyalty is forgotten in the world of television. What do you think? Did Gunsmoke deserve a grand, multi-episode finale to honor its 20-year legacy, or was its quiet exit a fitting end for a show about a lonely marshal? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive into TV history, make sure to like this video and subscribe to Prestige Buzz. Hit that bell notification so you never miss a story behind your favorite legends.